Hi everyone. All right. So this is for chapter 5, question 6, and I'm just going to walk you through on how to figure this out. So this is cash flow assumptions for a periodic flow or cash flow. Cost flow. Wow, I can English. Anyways, so it says Lopez Company reported the following current year data for its only product. The company uses a periodic inventory system, and its ending inventory consists of 600 units, 200 from each of the last 3 purchases. All right, so we're going to take that and we're going to run with it. So we're going to go scroll down. This is our information. We're going to come back to it. All right. So determine the cost assigned to the ending inventory to cost of goods sold for the following. And then we're just going to be rounding to 2 decimal places. So first we're going to be using specific identification. So a specific identification for ending inventory and cost of goods sold, we are very specific. So what it costs is specifically it. So if we're going up here, so we're trying to figure this out. So the ending inventory consists of 600 units, 200 from each of the last 3 purchases. So 200 from this purchase, and this purchase. Not just 600 of the last, but 200 from each. So with that, we're going to calculate, see how much that is, and that should give us our ending inventory right there. So I'll bring up my little calculator here. So let's go. We have 200 from this purchase at a cost of $6.50. So times $6.50. Oh, that's 6.5. Make sure to use decimals. It's going to add to 200. Oh, my bad. 200 times, this one is $7. I messed up somewhere. Sorry. I usually do this on my phone because it's a lot easier using that calculator. Okay, so 200 times 6.5. We're going to add 200 times, oh, it's adding it, that's why. Okay, now I see. Okay, so I'm going to just do the quick calculations. You guys get the idea though. I'm going to just go on my phone though and do this so it's a little bit easier. 200 times 6.5 plus 200 times 7 plus 200 times 8.9. So that gives us a total of 4,480. So that is going to be our ending inventory. That is what we have left in stock. And if you guys remember to figure out what our cost of goods sold is, that's our beginning inventory plus all of our purchases minus our ending inventory, which we're lucky they already did the math for us. So we're going to take this 28648. So that's our beginning inventory plus our net purchases. We're going to subtract our ending inventory. Oh, it would help if I hit the right number. 80. And that gives us our cost of goods sold. Oh, whoa, that is too many zeros. What? I am not hitting the right keys today, guys. 28648 minus 4480. There we go. That's the right number. So 1, 6, and I can do this. Oh, I am not even. Okay, 24,168. So 24,168. That's our cost of goods sold for specific identification. So for weighted average, that's a little bit different. So what we're going to do for weighted average is we're going to calculate how much each of these units cost as a separate unit. So that means we're going to take all of these units, and we're going to times them by this, figure out what the cost is. Luckily, they do the math for us. We're going to add up the totals on both with how many units and the total cost of all the units together. And then we're going to divide the cost by the units. So we're going to go here. 2, 8, 6, 4, 8. And then we're going to divide it by our units, which is 4, 1, 0, 0. So each of these units cost $6.98, or 99 cents for rounding up to the second decimal place. So what we're going to do with that is we're going to try and figure out what our ending inventory is first. So we have 600 units. So we're going to take this, we're going to times it by 600 equals. All right, we're at 4,192.39. I'm going to type that in here. 92.39. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do our beginning inventory, or our beginning inventory plus net purchases. I'm just going to call it our total. We're going to take our total, we're going to minus our ending inventory to get our cost of goods sold. So we're going to take, I already forgot the number. Here we go. 28648 minus 419.39. I did include the decimal, on the right track. All right. So we got not the right number. What did I do? Oh, I got the decimal, but I missed a number. Awesome. All right. Make sure to check your numbers so they make sense, guys, so you catch these mistakes. Because I am catching all of mine right now. 2, there we go, missing number, 0.39 equals, there we go. And that is our cost of goods sold. 0.61. There we go. All right. So we have FIFO, or first in, first out. So this essentially is saying that when they sell all of these units, except for these last 600, that they sold these ones. They didn't sell the last of it. They sold the first ones. So what that means is, as we were doing our math, it's similar concept where, I'm sorry, I'm a little tired, where we're going to take the last 600 units, what we're going to find our ending inventory, and it's going to be times like the lower bottom, because what we have left in our inventory was more expensive than what we already sold. Because this stuff is sold, it was first in and it was first gone. This is what we have left. So, how I found this, what I found worked for me, is I ignored this 200 from each of the last 3 purchases and just focused on the 600 units. Because this is more if we're going specific for specific identification. That's what we need that information for. We're focusing on 600. So we have 600 units left. Our last purchase was here, and we bought 720 units. Awesome. So we're going to take 600. We're going to times it by this price, $8.90. My math is right. All right. And so that is our ending inventory. That's the cost. So 5,390, 40. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our total, 28648. We're going to subtract our ending inventory cost, 5,340. And that gives us our cost of goods sold, which is 23,308. Perfect. All right. So opposite the first in, first out, we have Lifo, or last in, first out. So with Lifo, this one was the one that caught me up the most. So it's the same, it's like the reverse. So our FIFO, we assumed this stuff was sold and then this was what was left. So we assumed this was the price of what was left in the inventory. Lifo is the opposite. This stuff sold first, and this is the price of what was left in the inventory. So we're going to take our calculator. Same thing, 600 units, right? So we got to calculate that. Except right here, we only bought 300. We only had 300 units to start. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 300 times 6. So that's the first half, 1800. Remember that because this calculator is weird. And then we're going to take 300 from the next group. So 300 times 6.25 is plus our 1800. And there we go. That's our cost, or our ending inventory balance. So we have 3,675. Just make sure that you have the units are matching up with how much is here. That's what got me. We're going to take our total balance to 8,648. I subtract that cost of 3,675. That's right here. So we got 2,4,973. Perfect. And then, so that's it for that question. We're going to go to this one. Which method yields the highest net income? All right. So the highest net income, if we're thinking about it, where things relate, would have the lowest cost of goods sold. So that would be right here, our Fifo. So we're going to go Fifo. All right. Everything is filled in. When we check it, take a look at it. That's correct. And there we go. We're all done. I hope this helps you guys. Have a good night. Let me